Hello, hello. How y'all doing? Happy weekend. Is everything all good? I hope the audio is okay. I hope the resolution, is that what it's called? Resolution, okay? I hope it's all okay. Also, that was really embarrassing. I hope you guys didn't see that, but I basically recorded the timer and you can see like the ad at the end of it. I hope you get it. It's okay. It's okay. Everyone forget. Ooh, everyone just forget. I'm a little bit frazzled today. I did some filming and then I was walking the dog for like an hour. So we're a little bit all over the place. My shoulder is really sore still, but it's okay. We're healing. I have one of those like sticky heat packs. The one that like I don't know how it works, but like once you take it out of the packet, it just like warms up and it lasts for 12 hours. So I have one of those on my shoulder, but I think I'm using them too much because it kind of like peeled my skin off, but it's fine. Also, I will say, no spoilers for Return of the King, by the way. So, quick like disclaimer, please don't spoil Return of the King because there is going to be a delay for that one. I haven't seen it yet, I haven't filmed it. I'm gonna be watching it next week and then editing next week and then it will be up at the start of March. But welcome in, Scott. Welcome in, Nebraska. Welcome in, Gecko. Hello. And Cuboid as well. Welcome in. It's good to see you, lovely people. Is the audio okay? Should I turn the audio up or should I turn it down? Let me know if it's like a good level. Long time no see. How's it going? It's going good, Gecko. How are you? Have you seen Lord of the Rings, Gecko? Good day, Kent. Audio seems fine. Okay, perfect. You're good. Thank you, Robert. So we can't tell you about the stormtroopers who ride it on dinosaurs. God damn it, Nebraska. Spoilers. Yeah, I feel like, I mean, obviously, if you guys have seen my latest video, you know my predictions, and I am still standing by my predictions because when I was like in between editing for part one and part two, I did watch Two Towers like again. Um, and I was like rewatching it and I noticed like different things and I noticed like lots of other stuff, right? But I would still say that my predictions are the same. And you guys can make fun of my predictions, all right? I don't care because I love making predictions. Some people have a problem with it, which is interesting. I like for some reason I thought everyone like watches movies and makes predictions, but I think I might have been that just might be like a couple people. I don't think that's everyone. But I'm really excited for the last one. I am going to be actually, I'll tell you guys first because you guys are special, okay? I am going to be doing a giveaway on the Return of the King videos. Basically I'm going to make a what's it called again? The you know the leaf, the little leaf brooch that they got from the elves? Lord of the Rings leaf brooch name. Sorry, I need to Google it. I kind of forgot what it was called. Oh, was it just called elven brooches? Is there no name for it? Oh, okay. Oh, leaves of Lorien. Sorry. Okay, so the leaves of Lorien, I'm gonna make that out of clay, and I'm gonna buy some wire, glue it all together, etc., etc. So I'm gonna make two. One for me, like for my cosplay, and then I'm gonna make a second one and do like a giveaway. So I'll give away the brooch and like a 2-month Patreon subscription or 3-month Patreon subscription. So I'm getting excited for that. It'll run like probably for 2 weeks, so people have enough time to like enter in. But yeah, I feel like that'd be fun. Like it's nothing special or anything. It's just something fun to like spice up the video, you know? Predictions are fun, especially since we know what happens. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it would be more entertaining for the viewers, like if I made predictions, because then you guys can laugh like when I get it wrong, right? And Black Eyed Lily, welcome in. Is this live stream covering Stranger Things or Lord of the Rings? Just Lord of the Rings today, Lily. I won't be doing Stranger Things live streams. I might do like a live stream for the end of season 4. Um, like once I get to it and before season 5 obviously comes out, but at the moment we're only doing movie live streams and season finale of Friends live streams. But it's nice to see you, Lily. Yeah, the Elven merch. Any plans to watch The Hobbit? Welcome in, KR. Yeah, I do actually. I feel like you guys might not know this, but before I knew anything about Lord of the Rings, I got like a thirst trap on Instagram. And it was like this sexy elf man, and he was like training for the role in the movie or something. And I was like, wow, maybe I should watch Lord of the Rings. And then I like told it to some people in my community, and they were like, that guy's from The Hobbit, not Lord of the Rings. And I was like, oh. So for me to like get to that character, I have to watch all the Lord of the Rings films and then the Hobbit films so I can see who that character is. He was really hot though. It was a really well edited, like reel. It was awesome. But yes, I am going to watch them. Sorry, that was my knuckle. I have read the books many times, so predictions weren't exactly a thing. We're trying to see if the movies captured the themes feel of the book. Yeah, that's true. There's always that risk, isn't it, when it's like book to movie adaptation. I think I read Hunger Games before it got turned into a movie. So I was really excited to see if they actually like stuck to the book really closely. And they did. I think they did, but it was like a couple things in the last book that they didn't include, probably because it would have been like a long movie. Um as we get to Return of the King, the changes Jackson made start to snowball. Oh, see, I didn't think from like the impression that I got was that he didn't really make any changes. It was more so that he just like left out a lot of stuff. That was the impression I got from the comments. Did you enjoy the way they transitioned the two voices? I did, Nebraska. That tripped me out because I was like, surely it wouldn't be Saruman because the trees like don't like him, right? But then I was like, wait, but it's Saruman's voice. I was like, is it him? It like really confused me. It was awesome. That strap's on Insta. That's unlikely. Yeah. Welcome in, William. Well, well, well. Look who it is. Welcome in, John Lewis. John is. Correct me if I'm wrong. Are you big John from Twitch? I will say I can't like see anyone's profile or anything. I can't see anyone's profile picture. So if you're from Twitch, you gotta like let me know. Getting all the humans confused was so funny. Great reaction. Who's your favorite character at the moment? And who is on your death list? Benji coming in with the good questions. Everyone in chat as well, feel free to answer Benji's question. So, first of all, if you guys haven't seen the comments on my video, everyone's a little bit hot and bothered about some stuff that I said. Um, but you know what? Like, I gave my honest thoughts and I didn't cut anything out, so it is what it is. Yeah, I did get the humans really confused. And I didn't realize until I was editing part 1 that the guy was like the Rohan cousin, the one that was like banished. I didn't realize that until I was editing. And because like, he was at the start of the movie, I was like, oh, that's the guy from the end of the movie. My favorite character at the moment is Treebeard. So I feel like I think I did say it in my reaction, but Treebeard is my boo. I love him so much. I feel like it was just an aspect to the film that I didn't expect at all, and it kind of like came out of left field for me. So I was like, no way, because that would be so cool if it was true that the trees were like sentient. And then it actually happened, and I was like, oh, I was like, that's so cool. um, So Treebeard and like my second, I think Merry and Gimli are like a close second. Just because Merry kind of got all serious and he was like really taking it seriously, which I really liked. And we obviously got to know him a bit more as well. And Gimli, the same thing. We got to know him a bit more. He was like the comedic relief. Like he's always a fun time. So I would say those are my favorite characters. And Atyush, thank you for the donation. Thank you, thank you. Death list? A Loki? Frodo. I think Frodo is at the top of my death list. I feel like Aragorn probably, like, I feel like they're hyping him up too much and then he's gonna die. No one spoil it though. Like, this is just like me thinking on the spot. But apart from that, I'm not really sure. It like, I feel like I'm used to movies just killing everyone off, right? Or like Game of Thrones where they kill a lot of the main characters. So I'm kind of like, are they all gonna die? Except like one of them, you know what I mean? I don't know. Christopher Lee has an amazing voice. He did an audiobook. Oh, really? He does have a good voice. He's a gifted actor. He would be a great voice actor. Welcome in, Clinton. Peace out, Nebraska. Hot and bothered means horny, so that must be a helmet. Sorry, okay. Wait, wait, Kay. Welcome in. Really? I always thought hot and bothered meant like it got everyone like up in the air. I don't know. I mean, hold on, because everyone was a lot of people like for real got very heated in the comments and it started talking about like sex. So maybe they did get hot and bothered. You know what? I don't know them. Maybe they did. uh for the longest time I thought Carl Urban. Who's Carl Urban? I feel like Hugh Boy was talking about Carl Urban. I feel like I don't know who that is. If you like tribute in films, the book as a character is even better. Yeah, Benji. I feel like there'll be like more of his poetry, right? Like I liked listening to Treebeard's poetry. I thought it was so nice. If you get a chance to see the extras DVDs, you can learn a lot of lore. Put Professor Tolkien's thoughts about the characters. What do you mean the extras, Kent? Like, is that behind the scenes or is that just like a video on lore or something? I've seen the films many times for over 20 years and I still have absolutely no idea who's Merry and who's Pippin. I think Pippin is the one that has like the longer nose. Like he has like a slender, long nose, and Merry has like a shorter, like, and it's like rounder at the bottom. But they have the same hair, so I was confused. The only reason I knew which one was Merry was because I started caring about him like a lot, and then he called the other one Pippin, so I was like, oh, he must be Merry. um How can you not know who Pippin is? He's the biggest troublemaker. I know. Yeah, but he really turned around at the end, didn't he? When he was like, "Oh, let's go south." I was like, "Oh, like what's his plan?" And then he sort of like kick-started the whole tree rebellion by being like, "Okay, let's do it." You know what I mean? I liked that he had a serious moment. It's Johnny Boy. Oh, John, lovely. Yeah, you have a different username here. It's so nice to see you. Um, Carl Urban is the guy who's with Gandalf. Gandalf appears at the Battle of the Day. What? No, but he's the um Rohan guy. Is he Rohan? Wait. Okay, yeah, no, he's Rohan. He's the other Rohan. Yeah, yeah, I did hear that Tolkien had a lot of poetry. Hmm. You don't know Carl Urban from The Boys? um, I haven't. Okay, I did watch, I think like half of season one of The Boys and I hated it. Like, I know it's like political satire, commentary, whatever. I just like don't like it. I don't think it's entertaining at all. I don't know if I've seen Thor Ragnarok, and I've never seen Dread, and I've never seen Star Trek, so I don't know who he is. No. The box set of the extended editions contains two extra DVDs. Interesting. Because I'm watching the extended editions on Plex. It's like a movie platform. I know someone who like has it in their library and you can like share libraries. So that's how I'm watching it. That's why the subtitles are wrong sometimes because I think it's like like the subtitles are done independently or something. Billy Boyd is a Scottish man doing an Irish accent. Welcome in, Caldred. Who's Billy Boyd? Remind me. Cal Urban's a Kiwi actor who's been in a lot of nerd stuff. That's cool. Then, hello, welcome in. Hoi, how does the Middle Earth journeying? Yeah, good. We're discussing the Two Towers. And obviously, again, no spoilers, please, for the third one. You'll find that Quokka knows no actors, no movies, and no yes, thank you, Keyboard. I will say, guys, like, don't just like say an actor expecting me to know who it is because there's like a 99% chance I'm like, I have no idea. Like I know people in like current pop culture, I guess. Um, but like apart from that, I don't really know any classic movies except for the stuff on my channel. Um, and yeah, I just don't know like any actors' names or musical artists usually. Dreamy at the GBS. You'll find a growing love for Pippin, especially in his serious moments. Okay. See, because I was like, oh, okay. So he had a serious moment in Two Towers, and I really liked it. So I am sort of expecting to see more serious moments from him in the last movie. The extras DVDs are worth the price of the extended edition. What? Who owns the DVD player? That's a real question. No offense, Kent, but I don't own a DVD player, and I haven't for like maybe like 10 years was the last time I owned a DVD player. Can't wait for you to finish the trilogy. All of us nerds can double the crazy trivia. That does involve. Oh my god, the trivia for the Lord of the Rings universe is crazy. Like, just from reading comments, I'm like, how does everyone remember all of this? I mean, like, obviously, I know my fair share of Harry Potter trivia, and I would say I know more Harry Potter trivia than like the average Harry Potter person. But even then, I don't know like all of it. I only know maybe like 80% of it. And then Lord of the Rings is like has like 10 times more lore. So there will be like 10 times more trivia, you know what I mean? So intense. The hobbits were way more courageous in the books. Frodo was stabbed on Weathertop when he stabbed the Witch King in the foot. The hobbits fought hard in Moria. Yeah, I feel like that's probably one thing I might like about the books because I feel like the hobbits are a little bit like passive in the movies. Like they have their moments, obviously, but that's kind of all we've seen of them. What? Expected character development? No way. My only DVD player is on my PS5. Yeah, okay, yeah, true. I have a obviously I have a PC. Like I record and live stream on like my giant NASA PC. It's a really good PC by the way. But it doesn't have a DVD port because like why? I buy all my games off Steam. All my movies are on streaming, obviously, and or like my old hard drive from like 15 years ago. If you have a gaming console, it might have a DVD player built in. I don't have a gaming console. My housemate does, but I'm not gonna ask to borrow that. I have like an old Xbox at home, like at my family's house, but I don't know if it works anymore, to be honest. Also the building of the big church. and all the practical stuff. I love the extras. Like yeah, apparently they built like a lot of stuff and used it, like built miniatures, which are like pretty big, and they used it for like the wide shots or something, right? I feel like I read one of those comments. Digital media is renting your purchases. Yeah, I agree, actually, Clinton. I was watching a lot of video essays about that, actually, how we're in the age of like renting essentially, and like no one owns anything anymore. It's the same with books, I think, as well. Like you can buy like stuff on Kindle. First of all, don't get me started. Kindle books are more expensive than physical books, just by the way, all the same price. It's actually weird. So like you should buy physical books, you should buy physical games, you should buy like physical movies, etc., etc. Lord of the Rings is I think one third of Tolkien's entire universe, maybe even less. Wait, to show you. I thought the Silmarillion was a book of lore. I didn't realize it was like a. Is it like a standalone novel or something? He did say he was intending to make mythology for England. That's very unique. As a model builder, I loved the miniatures built for these movies. Many was so big they started referring to the pictures. That's so cool. The fact that you're a model builder is really cool, Kent. That's awesome. Yeah, since they weren't many, that part is cool, but the parts with all the cast bonding are probably watch more than the movies. Yeah, I'm really excited to watch the all of the behind the scenes and bloopers and stuff once I finish the trilogy. I feel like I'm really gonna love it because this like the cast looks so fun, you know what I mean? Yeah, support your local libraries also. Oh my God, Benji, don't get me started on the library. I used to live at my local library. I think it was when I first got into reading. I think I was like 13 or I was like 13 or 14, and I would walk past my local library on the way home from school. So I would leave school, stop at the library, spend like 3 hours in the library, like either just like reading a book or like trying to find a book to read. And then whichever one I liked best, I would just like check it out and like take it home. Freaking loved my look. I was like a library gremlin for like 4 years straight. It was so good. I missed that library. Is a compilation of stories and myths. It isn't as cohesive as a novel, but some of the stories are. Ah, okay. Yeah, for some reason I got the idea that it was like a novel. Middle Earth Bible. During the Battle of Helm's Deep, the Orc army had so much detail put into their armor. You could trace family and clan trees by the armor. Well, I thought the Battle of Helm's Deep was just an army of uh Urukai. Is that how you say it? I thought it was just an army of them, and they're all birthed like in Saruman's underground mine. So how would they have like family and stuff if they were just birthed there? Um, Ancient mythology for England. The closest to ancient mythology for England was Beowulf for sure. I don't think I've heard of Beowulf. It might have been his dissertation. I think Tolkien was just really bored and a genius. Christopher Tolkien wrote in 24 books. He wrote a creationist mythos for Moses. Okay. Interesting. I mean, he definitely like birthed something unique. That's for sure. I feel like he just had a really good imagination. Like I feel like there's like normal people imagination, and then there's, like fiction authors who just have like crazy good imagination. Baron and Luthien. I would love seeing that one made into a movie. I have seen people comment about those two. I don't think I know who either of those are, to be honest. I feel like a lot of the comments are like lore, but it's like lore that's not in the movie. So then I'm kind of like reading the comment and I'm like, I don't think I know what they're talking about. Does that make sense? Urakai and Nasty Creation. Yeah, they're definitely unique. Um, Now the next question we have on the agenda is most memorable moment in Two Towers. I would like to hear from you guys. For me, personally, it was Sam's speech at the end. I feel like the way that it was written was so like mm, it was accurate enough that it obviously applied to the story, but it was also broad enough that you could apply it to like literally anything. And I feel like it was very emotional, right? Like obviously the actor did a great job of presenting the speech, like the monologue, but also the words themselves was very emotional. So I feel like that was the most memorable moment for me because I didn't expect to cry in that movie. I was like, "Oh, where's this going? You know, this is just like a fighting sort of movie." But then he like started the speech and I was like, so that one really hit me in the heart because I didn't expect it. So for me, it was the most memorable. It was a really beautiful monologue. Um, um, Sam is the goat. Sam's speech is epic. The whole scene of freeing Theoden. Yeah, is memorable from Gandalf's walking stick. I know. I will say that made me laugh so hard with Gandalf with the walking stick. I think that was really nice to see Gandalf's new power, right? He had new energy. He had like a new aura. That was a good scene actually. And it was really interesting to see Theoden go from obviously being clouded by the magic to being completely clear and lucid. I thought that was really it was a really good scene. Yeah, the Hobbit stricken Treebeard and seeing the clear cut forest was my favorite part. I will say a runner up for me in memorable was when Treebeard saw the forest all dead and he just had that like scream of anguish. I loved that scene because it was sad. Like that was sad. I was like, oh, that sucks. Like poor Treebeard. I feel like that was a really intense scene as well. Then it's going to war, yeah, and waking up to battle. Ah, so good. I love the ends. Urukai birthed usually from female Dunlendings, member of orc fathers, take quite a while to mature, but the film shows the end of the process. Yeah. The film kind of like simplified it, which I think is nice. I feel like they shouldn't have too many overcomplicated aspects. Yeah, Gandalf also had a new beard, but he also had a new wig. His wig was wigging. It was snatched. Theoden is one of my favorite characters. He has growth and depth, and I think you'll get more of that in the next. Oh, okay, because I was wondering that. I mean, don't say any more, just in case, but I was wondering if the characters in Two Towers were going to move on to the last movie. Like, if they were going to be an important aspect of the last movie, just as much as the core group does. Don't tell me. But I was thinking about it. Sorry, I'm being like so annoying. I'm like, don't tell me. Yeah, the music for the March of the Ends, that was fantastic. I did have to mute or like muffle a lot of sections for the music, obviously because a lot of it is copyrighted, but I loved the end. Like the March of the Ends, also their like theme songs. There was some really good songs in Two Towers. My lips are sealed. Yeah, music in the last one is even more epic. I'm excited. I am a sucker for good movie music. I loved Gladiator. Gladiator had a fantastic soundtrack, and it was obviously because it was by the what's he called? What is it? What's the word for it? The person who creates it did Pirates of the Caribbean, and obviously Pirates of the Caribbean soundtrack is really iconic. Composer, that's it. Thank you. Yeah, he composed Pirates of the Caribbean and Gladiator, and they sounded similar but still different, and it was fantastic. And I really like Lord of the Rings as well. Lord of the Rings is super um I mean, for some reason it kind of sounds similar to Titanic. I think the song in the first movie, there was the Hobbit song sounded similar to Titanic, but I think because it was just the same musical instrument. But there are some really iconic, um, like easily recognizable melodies, which I think is a good movie soundtrack if you immediately know what movie it's from just by hearing it, right? So I feel like Lord of the Rings has some bangers. The music for the Rohirrim riding down the side of the mountain at the end makes my hands. Yeah, that was good. That was I think I had that as one of my answers. Yeah, favorite cinematic scene was for me Gandalf on top of the hill with like the army and when they were all riding down in like slow motion, that was really good. The way that it was angled, how it was kind of from like it was like from a an upward angle but like slanted so you could see the Urukai army, the Urukai army, and then you could see them like down like that. It was really cool. That was my favorite cinematic scene. What is your guys's favorite cinematic scene? When I say cinematic, I mean sort of like the artistry of the scene, if that makes sense. Hans Zimmer. Yeah, Hans Zimmer. Yeah. Tributes voices done by John, who's Gimli. I did see that, Slim. Thank you. I need to see a lot of the Ring videos set to my heart will go on. William, if you find a video like that, send it to me. I'll watch it because that's funny as hell. Flirting with spoilers we won't get. It is a bit like that, isn't it? Did you find out why Gandalf came back and the scene explaining his feeling of death? I did. Was that in the second film? Oh my god, now I'm feeling like Two Towers was like really long if I'm confusing which film that was in. I did. I really liked. Oh, well, now I'm changing my answer. I'm changing my answer, guys. Favorite cinematic scene is right at the beginning when he is falling with the Balrog and they come out of the cave and they're about to hit the water and it's like all the fire lighting up like the cave. I think that's my favorite cinematic scene. I think I got confused. They kind of blended together actually. The end, like the start and the end. You'll have an unforgettable time. I'm so excited, Evan. Oh yes, the choir. Most memorable moment, the fire. Yeah, when the Ent stuck his head into the water to like extinguish. Yeah, Benji. That's I changed my answer to that. I think that was my favorite moment because I was so like gobsmacked when I saw it. I do know that Gandalf is a Maya. I have been reading the comments, Clinton, but I'm not gonna lie, I kind of don't care because it's not mentioned in the movies at all. Like they do just say that he's a wizard. So I was kind of like, if they're not gonna say it in the movie, then I'm not gonna like have it in my brain, if that makes sense. I feel like I mean, some people would disagree with me, of course, but I haven't read the books, so until I read the books, I don't really like care that much about the lore that's not in the movie. Right now I'm going off of movie lore, which is that he's a wizard, and obviously he was a grey wizard and then he became a white wizard and replaced Saruman, which I think he does mention. Um so I'm kind of only going off of that. And I did like how they explained how he came back. He went through a spiritual, otherworldly rebirth, which I can guess correlates to him being a Maya, but you know, in the movies they don't really say it. They're just like, yeah, I came back. So I'm just, yeah, kind of sticking to the surface level lore. People always wonder why we're going back to that scene, and then they see that we're going, yes, literally Black, that's Lily. I was like, why are we starting here? This is a weird place to start. But honestly, like, best movie intro of all time, low key. Because I was just like, oh, literally gagged. It was incredible. It was so cinematic, action packed, beautiful visuals. Oh, it was everything. Yeah, he went off and soloed a boss fight and came back with a bunch of yeah. He like leveled up on a crazy amount. Ah, yes, the theatrical cut didn't have the Brago teaming. Ah, okay. I did see someone said that. So it would have been weird just watching it and being like, why is this horse helping him up? But I feel like it gives you more of an emotional connection when you know that it was Brago, the one that he set free out of kindness, right? So like Brago was paying back that kindness, which I thought was so nice. I love the connection to animals in the universe. I feel like we've only kind of seen a couple animals, obviously, and it's usually horses. But I like that they have that because, some stuff just doesn't have that, but it is nice. It makes it more emotional for me, I feel. Um, First reaction, too difficult to catch all the lore, but people knew Stockholm was sold on the story. Yeah, if not already. Yeah, I feel like people who like lore are gonna like it because, there's depth to it. There's backstories, there's lore, there's depth, and it's interesting, obviously. Christopher Lee was probably the biggest Tolkien fan on set. Also saw that someone said that Christopher Lee met him right before he died? Like Tolkien? Or was that someone else? Yeah, the eagle got Gandalf out of a pickle. Yeah. I forgot about the eagle. That was like, it had like 2 seconds of screen time. I thought that was nice though. Mm. But like it's not just humans, it's not just wizards, it's not just elves. Like it's kind of everyone has a connection to animals. That will most people have a connection to animals, I was saying. Like it's not exclusive to a certain race. It's kind of like everyone connects to them. Yeah. Did you get the Aragorn kicking the helmet trivia? Well, I think in our live stream for Fellowship, everyone told me then. So then no one like commented on the video, or a couple people commented on the video, but everyone was like, "Where's the helmet kicking thing?" But also, I kind of like pissed everyone off, so all of the arguing comments overtook the helmet kicking comments. I've used a lot of his magic to rekindle hope in others. Ooh, I like the way you put that. I feel like he's very whimsical. Yeah. Yeah, Tolkien met Count Dooku. Yeah, that's how I would have said it. I love him as Count Dooku. He's such a good villain. When the two kids met up with their mom, really? You think that's the most underappreciated? I was surprised. I was like, what? I thought she died. Chris Lee was a big fan and found out the pub that Tolkien and his friends went to. He went down there and introduced himself. Oh my god, that's like stalker behavior. I love that. Man broke his toe for the art. I don't think they explain the Mire at all in the movie. I doubt it. They probably simplified it for, movie viewers, which makes sense, obviously. Because if you start like, if people start yapping on about Maya, they would be like, what? It's better if it's like simplified for the movie. And then obviously, if people are more into it, they'll read the books and then learn the lore. Vigo, remind me who Vigo is again, Kay? Sam had to go to the hospital going into the water after Frodo cutting his foot on a piece of metal. Oh my god, that's so bad. That's so scary. Also, correct me if I'm wrong, but the actor, sorry, the actor who played Sam is in season 2 of Stranger Things. I know we said we weren't going to talk about Stranger Things, but I forgot to look it up. I was watching Stranger Things last week, like for the channel, so no spoilers for Stranger Things. Um, and I was like, is that Sam? So now I'm realizing that Sam is American, right? He's not British. Yeah, and then you can dig deeper into the books. Yeah, I agree, Chris. Oh, Christopher Lee is Dracula. Is what Dracula is that? Is that like an older one from like the 80s, 70s? Like when is it from? I haven't watched any Dracula stuff. And I know there's one famous one, but I don't know which one. Oh, well, they're all famous probably, but you know what I mean. Peter Jackson did it to Vince Neil. Funny how some talk about the cast. Yeah, I feel like the director did a really good job. Oh, Viggo Mortensen is Aragon. Ah. He has an interesting accent. I think I Googled it. He has a blend of accents. Super old Dracula, 70s. Ah, okay, okay. Dracula in the 70s. Damn, maybe I should react to Dracula. I do want to watch it. The Goonies. I'm sorry, guys. I've never seen The Goonies. I don't think I even know what that is. I think I want to watch Ghostbusters. I think Ghostbusters is on the list of movie reactions. I haven't seen the old Ghostbusters or the new Ghostbusters. And I just watched the Halloween episode in season 2 of Stranger Things, and it makes me want to watch Ghostbusters now. Sorry, I don't want to get off topic. Okay. Um, the next question, favorite extended edition scene. I don't know which ones were extended or not, but I think I saw a comment saying uh when we learnt about Boromir's family is an extended scene, or maybe half of it is an extended scene. I could be wrong though, but I really liked learning about Boromir's backstory and his brother's backstory. I think that was a super important aspect to the story, and it kind of surprises me that it was cut out. Um, Alec Guinness hating his work in Star Wars? But he's a pretty big linguist. He knows 7 or 9 languages. I thought he was Dutch. I thought he was like Argentinian or Dutch or something when I Googled it. It was like really all over the place. Or he like lived in like a different, or he's like Dutch, but he lived in South America or something, or in Argentina, I think. And that's why his accent is like all over the place. Watch Ghostbusters? Okay, I will, William. Should we do Ghostbusters like after the Hobbit movies, maybe? He got so sick of being Dracula, he starred in a lot of films made for £12 during the 70s and 80s just because he loved whacking. Ah, but was typecasted. Really? Like typecasted as the villain? Wow, when Boromir is in Osgiliath. Okay. Then I would say that is my favorite extended scene. Because I'm not really sure what else is extended, and I liked learning their backstory. Tolkien knew 17 languages fluently. Really? Is that like fact checked though? Because 17 is a lot. Is all the content from Boromir? Because yes, yeah, okay, yeah. I feel like learning about Boromir's backstory was so important for me as a viewer. Learning his backstory about and like his family and his brother was so important for me to like care about his brother. Um, Most underappreciated is the running wounded, the wide shots of Aragon and Gimli. They were all injured. Really? Russell, you're gonna hate me. I kind of didn't like those scenes. I felt like one was enough. You know what I mean? Or like a montage, like a short montage of them running, maybe. But there was a lot of running scenes and they went on for like a decent amount of time. I was like, why are we watching them running? Like this is so I was like, hmm. That sucks that they were wounded though. That's surely that's like workplace um error or something. Uh I think Boromir was actually led to the council was actually through visions. With the movies cut things you wouldn't think they would, for instance, and the editors did a very impressive job. Yeah. Wait, anybody mentioned that Gimli also plays Indiana Jones's buddy? In which film? Why? Because I've watched the first three Indiana Jones films, and they were really good. You should watch my reactions to those films if you haven't already. No spoilers, but if you read the books, take your time. It's meant to be read slowly and pay attention. We'll see, Eric. I don't own the book yet. I found a single volume version. And before you say anything, okay, I know you can buy 3 volume editions, but I prefer it to be in like one hunk of a book, which is like 1,000 pages, I think. I think the biggest book I've read was 700 pages. So I'm pretty sure I can do 1,000 pages. Um, but yeah, it's like 60 euros or 65 euros. It's kind of expensive. So I'm umming and ahhing it still. Um, we're gonna need a montage. He also played the mummy in the 70s. So Moff Tarkin also worked with him before. Oh well, no, A New Hope. Yeah, that was separate. Oh my god, Calred Elwyn singing the lament to Theodred's death in Anglo-Saxon Old English. Okay, so don't hate me, but I did laugh at that. And I wasn't laughing because I thought it was weird. I was laughing because it came out of nowhere. Like they cut the scene and she was just like singing. And I was like, oh, didn't expect that. And a lot of people were like really mad about that. And I said I was sorry for laughing, like as I laughed. But a lot of people got really mad about that. He plays Salah in Raiders and Lost Crusade. Oh, maybe I need to rewatch Indiana Jones then, because I kind of forgot. Yeah, one hunk of a book. Yeah, exactly. It's the way to go. Perfect. Exactly. Kev gets it. Biggest book I read was Stephen King. Yeah, I feel like 1K pages is not too bad. Like it's doable, I would say. I've definitely okay, hear me out. I've definitely read fan fiction that was like a lot of words. Like if it was a book, it would have been well over 1K pages. But that's different because it's like on your phone, it's not like physical. Um, Sorry, I lost where I was up to in the chat. Ah, Mary and Pippin fooling around with Treebeard's water and growing was that was extended scene, really? Ah, the soup scene. Yeah, that was a funny one. Wait, so Aragon revealing his age, is that in the extended? Because I was surprised at that too. Because then I was like, why is Arwen's family like having an issue with, I mean, obviously he's mortal, but he's also like lives a really long time for a mortal. So I'm like, why are they having an issue with that? Because he's living longer anyways than like a normal mortal. So I was like, Arwen's dad is just like beefing with him for no reason, you know? Mm, 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 mm. The sound design does have her belting out of nowhere. Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like it was so loud. And obviously like it makes sense because she's like singing, she's emotional, but it just caught me off guard. Corey, hello, welcome in. It's good to see you. I find it easier to read websites and stuff into books easier. I agree, William. The last time I read a book, don't judge me, guys. The last time I read a book was on holiday in summer last year. And in my defense, I did read it in like 2 days because I was just by the pool, by the beach, just reading. But I don't really have time to like read anymore. I'm not reading like as much as I used to. Yeah, I like to hold a book. I definitely prefer to hold it and like smell it and turn the page physically. I do have a Kindle, but I haven't read on my Kindle in years. I don't really enjoy it that much. Elrond having an issue was made up for the movies. Oh my god, T, really? What a weird thing to add in then. Yeah, living a long time is infinitely less than being no shit, Keyboard. um It's a good job you didn't understand what she was singing or you'd feel really bad. It was about evil taking the end in the halls of the dead. Oh god. Oh, I feel bad, Calrude. I feel bad now. Now that you said that, I feel bad. Mm, if no one told you Agon's love was physical, they actually filmed Suzu lived Tyler doing. Wait, I don't think I know what you mean, Benji. Yeah, reading is a lost art form. I don't think it's lost. I know a lot of people that read. I feel like I I would say every single person I know reads at least one or two books a year. But that's because my family, like I come from a family that reads. A lot of my friends like do reading challenges or they just, they're like me, they read on holiday, so they go through like 2 or 3 books a year. I don't think it's a lost art form. I think it's just like people read on Kindles more often than physically. I was gonna say smell too, but didn't want to. God damn it, Chris. But it smells good. Like I feel like the smell of books, like the smell of a library, the smell of a bookshop, is like top three best smells in the entire universe. 100%. The new book smells actually so good. Bottled it up. Yeah, I agree, man. Benji. The elves are leaving Middle Earth. Eventually, they'll be basically zero, so they can basically go, oh, we don't care no power. I did, maybe I read a comment, William. I think someone said in a comment, okay, well, now I don't remember if it was in the movie or if it was a comment. And it was like they're going to like a spiritual or otherworldly place or something. Yes, that's it. The Undying Land. They read, but they do not comprehend. What kind of people do you know, Clinton? I'm concerned for the people you know. In the reaction, you made a prediction that Arwen would come fight Helm's Deep. Ah, but they cut it. Interesting. Yeah, it kind of bummed me out. I was hoping she would turn up again. Dang. Many people will read a book, see only its story, but do not consider the deeper implications or the greater narratives that are revealing deeper ideas. Thus, the Law Masters. Yeah, that's fair enough. But I feel like people do forget, though, that reading can be entertainment. Obviously, if it's like a self-help book, then it's like, or obviously non-fiction, then it's educational. But it can also be educational entertainment. And obviously, when it's fiction, it's entertainment. So it's up to the person, how they enjoy the entertainment. It's subjective, basically, right? And everyone will interpret it completely different. I feel like a lot of people, I feel like a lot of people had an issue with me, actually, because obviously I'm enjoying the movies. I love them. Like, they're so much fun. And I enjoy watching it. I enjoy editing it because I get to rewatch it. I enjoy rewatching it. Like, I'm enjoying the movies. But people like have an issue with how I'm enjoying it, which is what like annoys me because it's entertainment at the end of the day, right? And yeah, it has deeper meanings. It has like serious themes, of course, but like it is entertainment, like at its core. So I'm enjoying it. I'm entertained. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people got really upset at how I'm enjoying it. Which is fine. They can have their opinions, but it's just when they write mean comments that I get annoyed. Um, Being immortal in Middle Earth where everyone is dying. Yeah, that's true. Because you got to enjoy. Yeah, but elves can die too, though. Like they're immortal in the sense that they don't age, but they can also die. Because that elf in the battle, he died. Right? He got, what did he get? He got an axe to the back. Um, yeah, true. Great fiction simulates great ideas. That's true. There aren't lost arts. There have always been some people who thought about more about what they were reading than others. Yeah, that's true. I don't think, yeah, there's not really much lost art, is there? Enjoy it however you want. Yeah, that's true. Why did you think Aragorn and Boromir are gay? That one was a joke, KR. The Sam and Frodo one was like serious. They had really good chemistry. But the Aragorn and Boromir was more of like more of a joke. A lot of fiction is very anti-authoritarian in real life. A lot of people who like anti-authoritarian books side with the authoritarian side. Interesting. I think I know what you mean, William. Yeah. I'm trying to think like off the top of my head what kind of books. Yeah, people don't like when other people have fun wrong. Yeah. Mm. Elves can die in combat, otherwise they'll live forever. Yeah. Oh, you have no idea about mean comments. When the movies came out in 2001, the Die Hard Talk comments hated Jackson. Really? Did they have an issue with the movie when it first came out? That's pretty wild because it's a good movie and it would have converted a lot of people over to the books, probably. I will say though, Eric, the mean comments were like pretty bad. Like when I watched Star Wars, I had a lot of people warn me about the Star Wars community. And they were like, oh, yeah, be careful with the Star Wars community. They're really mean. And I was like, okay, preparing myself. And there was some mean comments, obviously, but it was like mostly fine. So then I was like, okay, Lord of the Rings can't be, won't be worse than Star Wars, surely, right? I'm sure it'll be about the same or less. And then it was like, way worse. Like, I think for the first 24 hours of the video being up, every like 20 minutes, I was just deleting mean comments. Like, there was so many. It was like 10 times the amount of Star Wars. And like, I think my Star Wars videos have like more views. I think. I'm not sure right now, but don't quote me on that. But yeah, it was pretty bad. But it's okay because I deleted them. um, mm, Both the elves are leaving and the dad doesn't want his daughter to stay. Yeah. Um. mm, mm, mm. Never understood people calling out gay undertones, but I have noticed that it's usually gay individuals who try to call it out, like a bit of projecting, I suppose. I disagree. I feel like the way it was directed, it had like a sense of romance. You know what I mean? It was like the lingering looks, the meaningful stares, sort of that emotional connection combined with that made me think it had gay undertones. But for some reason, all the comments like turned it sexual, and I was like, I didn't say anything about it being sexual. I just said it was a bit gay, which is like two separate things. It's a trap. I did get called a lesbian though. That one was funny. The online Star Wars community is accessible. Oh my god. Jesus, man. The whole issue, it's quite different in the books. I won't say. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm interested to see their relationship, Lily, in the books. That's why you have to teach people to not default to ad hominem arguments. But the movies sell a story to a wider audience, so any change to the law ruffles. Yeah, that's what I mean. I feel like if people love the movie enough, they're gonna read the book. You know what I mean? So then they get to experience the world and the lore as it originally was, you know? So it's kind of like it makes sense they would be a bit annoyed that it got changed, but when you see the bigger picture, it's creating a larger fan base for people who love the story, you know? Yeah, Slim. I know that Tolkien wrote this in the 50s. I'm talking about the movie. I think this is where all the comments got a bit confused was I was like specifically referring to the relationship in the movie. Like obviously a white guy from the 50s probably wouldn't have wrote about gay lovers. Like I feel like everyone knows that. But the director's choices in showcasing their relationship made me interpret it as a little bit gay, which is fine. Like you can have like a gay romance without it being sexual. But also maybe they're just really close friends. Like I think it's up to people how they interpret it, you know? There are tons of brotherly love that often get misconstrued. People are immature, insecure, knowing the differences in life. That's why people assume gay is bad. Yeah, I was surprised at the amount of people who were embarrassing themselves in the comments. Like, I think people who were like, this is why men don't show affection because people think it's gay. And I was like, oh, so you're homophobic. I was like, oh. I was having a good laugh at some of the comments. I won't lie. I think it's like I don't know. I think everyone just took it too seriously when it's not that serious. As bad as it sounds, I was having fun. I was having a laugh. If I get gay vibes, I get gay vibes. You know what I mean? But yeah, everyone just took it super seriously. Everyone just needs to take like a deep breath. Yeah, just hang out with people who love the movies. That's true. That's true. The Sam Frodo relationship is lower caste English. Yeah, because he's his gardener, right? He always calls him Mr. Frodo because I'm guessing he was like Sam's boss. But they don't really show that in the movies. They just kind of show them as like casual acquaintances and then suddenly they're on this adventure together. The only thing I commented was that I was gay for Sam. I love that, Benji. I don't recall a better live stream chat. Oh, bless you, dog. That's so sweet. Miss the tiara, though. Don't worry, okay? The Return of the King cosplay is going to be top tier. I have it planned out. I'm going to do the tiara again, but I'm going to do like fishtail braids. I've noticed on the elves, on Gimli, on like a couple other characters, they do a lot of fishtail braids. So I think I'm going to do the double fishtail with some gold jewelry, the tiara, um, and then obviously the green cape with the leaf. That's the plan for Return of the King. The movie director and editors. Yes, exactly. Yeah, thank you, cute boy. Gay romance without sexuality is called bromance. No, I don't agree, KR. I feel like the word bromance, I don't sit well with that, to be honest. There's nothing homosexual about the brotherhood of those who have gone through military service. Yeah, but Feld, I'm not talking about people in military service. I'm not talking about what Tolkien wrote because I haven't read it, so I can't really like have an opinion on it. I'm just talking about the movies. There was a culture of male friends bonding, but in the US it's no homo, please. Yeah. It's been a joke, Sam Frodo love. Yeah, I feel like yeah, I just think everyone took it really serious. Like if I'm close with my friend who was a woman and someone says, "Oh, are you guys lesbians?" I wouldn't be offended. I would be like, "Haha, no, we're just friends." Does that make sense? Like, it's not something serious. And I feel like a lot of people take it really seriously and are like, oh, I'm not gay. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? So I feel like it was that kind of energy in the comments when I'm just like, you can be besties with your best friend and show affection. It's up to you to care about being called gay or not. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not up to the other person, if that makes sense. Um, um, it would have been that Jackson Loki implied, yeah, the pipe weed. I automatically assumed that it was actual like weed, but then everyone was saying it was tobacco. It's supposed to Frodo and Smeagol were crucial. I really liked Frodo and Smeagol's relationship actually. I feel like it was very interesting. I mean, obviously I know why Frodo is trying to help him and he is coming from a good place, but it was very interesting to see it develop. Uh, uh, um, Tolkien thought that C.S. Lewis Narnia books were hasty. What? That's crazy. Isn't Narnia, the Narnia books is like very pedestaled as being like a great piece of literature, no? It gets more gay in Return of the Ring in the best way, gay being happy. Okay, I'm excited, Chris. Can you give us predictions for Return of the King for those of us that missed it? I think I gave all my predictions in the part two video, KR. I think at the end of the video, I did my predictions in the discussion section. It was like, I didn't really have that many because I wasn't really sure how it was going to go, to be honest. Yeah, I didn't like the way that Sam treated Gollum. I think that Benji, that was like one of the things that I was like, why is Sam being so harsh to Gollum? You know? Yeah, he puts Frodo before himself. In the sense of protection, I get it, but I don't know. Thought it was weird when I saw the movie, just the way they talked about it. I absolutely believe that wasn't talking with intention. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Uh, I enjoy the Narnia books, but not as much as Tolkien's writings. Yeah, personal preference, I guess. Hey, I haven't read Narnia, so I think I watched like the first film. I didn't watch any of the other films though. Narnia is a bunch of fairly short children's novels about a Jesus allegory lion. Really? I did not make that connection to the lion. Oh my god, that like gives me a new perspective on it actually. That's actually so funny. Too hasty to me allegories to Christianity. Well, yeah, well, Narnia, the Narnia books are written for kids, right? Whereas Lord of the Rings is like for adults. Aslan is Jesus. That's so funny. I don't think I ever picked up on that. Um, oh, yes. Next question. I think this is the last question we have on the agenda. Most underrated scene. So I would like to hear from you guys what you think is the most underrated scene. Mine was when Arwen was talking with her dad. I feel like that one was really emotional. Like, I think I liked it because it was emotional. Obviously, I didn't like that he was wanting her to leave, but I liked that we could see visually how much she cared about Aragorn, but also visually how much her dad cared about her. I think that's an underrated scene because it was kind of a long scene, but I just feel like no one was mentioning it in the comments. And I personally like really enjoyed that scene. So for me, that's the most underrated one. I would like to hear from you guys, like your opinion on the most underrated scene. Um, Bad Taste and Brain Dead. Oh, low budget splatter movies. Really? To be honest, I don't think I know any movies from Peter Jackson. Well, I didn't even know who the director was for Lord of the Rings. Um, um, he didn't want to be explicit. It was actually Peter Jackson joking about the drug culture of the 60s. Reading pipe weed as marijuana. It was kind of forgivable. It was a deliberate joke. Yeah. Well, I mean, tobacco makes more sense, right? Tobacco was more like common in the 50s than weed, probably. Underrated scene when Theoden is freed. See, I don't think that's underrated though, KR. I feel like that's a lot of people's favorite scenes. I don't think that counts as an underrated one. I saw a lot of people talking about that scene. The Narnia books are short. Oh, you've read through all seven. God, how short are they? How many pages? An extended scene when Boromir and Aragorn talk in the Lothlorien. Wait, which scene is that, Eric? In Two Towers. Yeah, it was completely fabricated. He never tried to leave, convince her to leave and supported the marriage. Yeah. Interesting. Honestly, I'm curious as to whether Chris Lee would say it was a good jest or an interpretation. I love the cut when Gandalf is casting Saruman out of the eye. Casting Saruman in Isengard. Ah, yeah, that cut was fantastic. Would you say it's underrated though? Because that's like a popular theme. It's fictional realms, the weed tobacco question. Yeah, true. That's true. Actually, whoa. Yeah, it doesn't really matter whether it's weed or tobacco. It's like a very like talking point of everyone though. One of Peter Jackson's first movies is the most gory horror movie of all time. Really? Jesus. I feel like some of you know I'm not a big fan of gore. I do avoid gore at all costs. I think the most gory I've seen on the channel was Gladiator, to be honest. Because I did watch some horror movies, but they weren't gore. Sorry, they weren't gory horror movies. They were just like scary and lots of tension. But Gladiator was like kind of gory. That I was like covering my eyes a bit in some scenes. So I will say you're not gonna see any gory movies on this channel. Although in the first film, when Boromir chopped off the Urukai's like arm and head, that was pretty graphic. I was surprised at that. Tilda Swinton, yes, she's a great actress, Eric. The Gathering of the Ants. Yeah. Oh yes, Kent. When he was like, pine, oak, and he was like naming all the different types of like trees, obviously. I was like, ah, so cool. I yeah, that's a good pick actually. I haven't heard anyone talking about it. Ah. Well, that's the thing. I feel like everyone was talking about that scene in the comments. I feel like I saw a lot of comments about that scene. The Hobbit pipeweed is called tobacco by Bilbo. Yeah, so maybe they changed it. Is before the Battle of Helm's Deep, Aragorn comforts and hides up. Ah, that's a good choice, then. Yeah. And swings his sword. Yeah. I thought that was nice because he was trying to like help them not be so terrified. Like it was a really kind thing to do, like sort of comfort them in a way. I agree. When Merry and Pippin are discussing if they should share the pipeweed. Yeah, that was so funny, KR. And they were like, no, it would like it would be offensive or something. I thought that was so funny. That was actually hilarious. Avoid the Hobbit, there's like 37 beheadings. And oh god, is it like detailed beheadings? Jesus. I mean, I'm gonna watch The Hobbit anyways. But I thought The Hobbit was like along the similar lines of Lord of the Rings. I didn't think it was gonna be like more actiony or less actiony, you know? I'm not impressed with Jackson's other movies. King Kong and Lovely Bones and the Hobbit movies bored me. However, Lord of the Rings works because of the years and years of craftsmanship before filming. Interesting. I've heard the Lovely Bones is like intense. I'm not gonna watch it. I don't think it's the movie for me, but I've heard like people praising it, but I've also heard that it's like super intense. Then I Will Die as one of them. Which one was that, Chris? Mary and Pippin smoking tributes, dead relatives. Oh my god, don't put it like that, Slim. Oh my god. I thought that one was pretty funny. I feel like anything to do with the Ents and Treebeard, I low-key love so much. I think the Ents definitely won me over straight away. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's just because I didn't expect it. I was like, oh, like trees are sentient. That would be really cool. And then they fully like went in with it 100%. So for me, Treebeard became my favorite character like super quick. I thought it was so awesome. Um, who do you think her is that Gollum refers to at the end of Two Towers? I was thinking about that, KR. I feel like maybe it's a creature because I feel like we've only sort of seen a couple like big creatures, right? So it would make sense that they have like a big creature for the last movie. But I'm not sure because her is really specific. So I'm my first thought is a creature, but I am on the fence about it. Like they could come with something unexpected, if that makes sense. Aragorn speaking to Legolas at Helm's Deep. Like when he arrives and he's like, "You're late." Is that critics hated the 48 FPS? 48 FPS. Interesting. I thought all movies were like 30 FPS, no? Or 60? No, 30, I swear, movies. Yeah, it talks for several hours. Yep, not orcs. Yeah. Ah, it's his son in real life. That's cool. How interesting. Got a bit of nepotism. We love to see it. I remember I just read it before they announced that we could have had Sean Connery as Gandalf. She isn't forever. Wait, I don't know who Sean Connery is. Sorry, Emu. I love your username though. The ends are so sad though because they don't. I know. I feel like the Entwives is like so sad. I was like, oh. Yeah. Oh yeah. When I last looked, Theoden, not Aragon. Yeah, that one was funny. That was savage. I was like, yeah, you tell him. It's so good. Movies are typically 24 FPS, really. Even like action movies. I thought action movies would have higher like FPS. Because I know YouTube videos are supposed to have like 30 FPS. Yeah, 16 millimeter, I shot at 24, digital is 30 FPS. Ah, interesting. The more you know, I guess. I don't think I've ever thought about that, to be honest. Okay, I think that's all my questions. If you guys have any uh questions before we wrap up, feel free. Questions about Two Towers, I mean, because I think that was all the ones that I had. Seen classic Aussie movies? No, I've never seen Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. I haven't seen any of those. Oh, Ned Kelly, I think I watched for school maybe, but I haven't watched any. The only like Australian movie that I've watched is Australia with Hugh Jackman in it. I think that's like the only one. I don't know. I'm just not I'm have never been a movie person up until like last year is probably the best way to say it. So think of any famous movie and I probably haven't seen it. Sean Connery is the guy that made James Bond. I've never seen James Bond. I'm sorry, guys. I kind of want to watch James Bond, but there's a lot of them. So I think I want to pick and choose which ones I watch. Yeah, we need to do reactions to James Bond. I've never seen Mad Max either, no. Australia was sold in the US as a Nicole Kidman movie. Really? I mean, I love Nicole Kidman, and she's great in that movie. That's a good movie, by the way. If you haven't seen that movie, you need to watch it because it has a lot of commentary on like the indigenous population in Australia. It's really good. Those documentaries, they're called Mad Max. Oh, Sean Connery's Indiana Jones' dad. Ah, he's a good actor. He's funny. He's funny. I just got up a few minutes ago. Good morning, Otaku. Good morning. I love the voice of the original Wolverine cartoon. Okay, I will say, Chris, I love the Wolverine movies. I've watched the uh like the earlier X-Men Wolverine movies, the ones that came out like mid 2000s. I love Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. I haven't seen the new Deadpool vs Wolverine yet though. But yeah, I think it's like all the most famous franchises I haven't watched, except for Star Wars, Indiana Jones, and now Lord of the Rings. James Bond, I haven't watched. Terminator, I haven't watched. Rocky, I haven't watched. There's like a long list, but it's okay. I have them all written down. Don't worry. Where are we at in the movie? We have only watched The Two Towers, Otaku. We haven't seen Return of the King yet, so no spoilers. Yeah, the edgy X-Men. Yeah, when they're afraid to make the comic book accurate suits. I know, right? They totally fumbled on that. They should have done the accurate stuff. It would have been so fun. Sorry, I'm getting a bit tired. I need to feed the dog as well. Feed the dog, sorry, feed my dog. I think I'm gonna wrap up today though, but thank you for everyone for joining and having a respectful discussion. And also for no spoilers. Thank you for no spoilers. The plan is to basically Return of the King is gonna go up at the start of March. So pretty much in 2 weeks. Patreon will get maybe like 2 or 3 days early access. So keep that in mind. If you're, a bit impatient, you can join over there. It's only like €6, I think. But yeah, there will be a delay, but I will be doing a giveaway on those videos. So something exciting to look forward to. And I am excited to watch the movie. I think it's going to be really good. I'm excited to see if my predictions were wrong or right. I'm excited to see what happens, how it goes. But yeah, thank you for everyone coming in. We will also be doing a discussion live stream after Return of the King. Once part 2 goes up, I will do the discussion live stream like on the weekend again. So it'll be maybe a day or two after the video goes up. We'll do the live stream. Um, yeah, thank you guys. Everyone, I hope you guys have a good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you guys soon. But thank you. Goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye. See you guys soon.